Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
And welcome back to another week of Articulture. How are y'all doing? It is me, your host, Bray, with my co-host, Natalie.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing, Natalie? How's this week been for you?
I'm doing great. I just had an energy drink, and so now I'm feeling awakened. I'm feeling refreshed.
Okay, good.
This week's been pretty slow. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's only Wednesday. Like, I had one of those moments, you know, but now it's finally Friday, so I can breathe.
I've had kind of the opposite. I've had a very fast, I looked up and it was Thursday, and I was like, oh. And I'm a little kind of low. I'm like opposite. I didn't have an energy drink, and I got up early and did stuff, so I'm like kind of.
It's like the afternoon schlump.
It's my afternoon schlump, yeah. Where I'm like, I need a nap. I need a nap. But we're here in studio. We're having a good time today. Today, we're going to have kind of a little bit of a different, looser vibe for our episode. It's going to be kind of a grab bag because I did not really have time to do a full deep dive into, any one particular person. So y'all have to forgive me. But we do have big stuff because last night, Mayhem dropped.
Yes.
New Lady Gaga album after 5 years. Since Chromatica.
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years since Chromatica.
I didn't realize that, yeah.
And did you ever listen to Chromatica?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What'd you think about it?
I liked it, but I feel like there was only a few, there's only a few songs that really jumped out at me, you know?
Yeah, I kind of agree. It was I liked it as I get my life. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna, okay. But there was nothing that I was like, oh, I'm gonna play this over and over and over again. Except, there was one that was love something. I don't remember, but it was really whatever it was great. But yeah, so 5 years since that, and then she released Disease and Abracadabra earlier
teasers,
as the singles. Now, what'd you think about those singles?
I loved sorry, I blanked out. Abracadabra, I feel like it really does encapsulate who she used to be in 2011, that kind of era. But also, it's kind of, it's kind of like her old style, but also revamped.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed it. I remember, I was at the gym and I was on the bike and I was listening to Abracadabra.
Me doing the choreo, I was busting it. It was great.
I was watching the music video and I was pedaling
the music
on the bike.
Video.
Yeah. Loved it.
Gagged because it was so oh, we're back. It felt like we're so back. I was like, this is giving me Alejandro. It's giving me all the old videos.
Yes.
But that theatricality, the gothicness, ooh, it was just amazing. The outfits. Oh my God, the red outfits. I was so obsessed with it. I loved Abracadabra. I really was
I posted memes about it, yeah.
I was posting memes about it. I was posting that I was listening to it all the time. I had it a constant. It was in my repeat on my Spotify. I really was about Abracadabra. So I was pumped. Disease, I liked.
I love Disease. Now that one, is
that the one for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'll be dyeing my hair and I'll be playing it and all you.
Yeah, and you're yeah.
I'll be dyeing my hair listening to that song, yeah.
I liked it. I was more on the Abracadabra side, but I did really like Disease. I liked both videos too.
I just liked Disease just because of the I'm trying to figure out how to word this in a technical sense. It's the background, kind of techno.
Yeah.
That's what really got it for me.
You're more
because I like EDM and stuff, and so, I really liked, the back... What would you even call that?
I guess, I would say techno kind of beat.
Techno,
a techno beat. In the back, that's,
Yeah.
It kind of makes it feel a little bit more
Yeah.
And that's what this whole album is. It's, very... pop grunge. I really got a lot of the grunge stuff.
Yeah.
And I love that because I'm a big Gwen Stefani when she had a band. Oh my God. No Doubt. I'm a big No Doubt fan. So that's very of that ska punky kind of pop, and that's really what this was. So I was eating it up with a spoon. I was gagged. And I loved Abracadabra kind of similarly that you liked Disease because it was more of that like bad romance, like that just it hits, and then you're like doing the
well, it's catchy. It's so catchy.
It's so catchy. And at first, when I first saw it, I was like, "This is cheesy."
Really?
My first reaction when I heard like abracadabra, I was like,
"Me too." Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like a TikTok song.
Yeah.
But then I listened to it more, and I was like, "No, okay, I get it. Like I'm in the vibes of it. I'm dancing there. I want to learn the choreo. Like I love it." And so you've heard the meme that's like reheated nachos. My reheated nachos. Have you heard that?
Like heard, like or seen.
Like seen, like the scene. It's like a little meme where they're like me enjoying my reheated Gaga nachos.
Is that I've seen that?
Okay,
I haven't seen that.
The reason I bring it up is because I didn't really understand why it was funny. Like they're just like, I guess it's referencing like an artist going back to their roots and.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Right.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it because I'm chronically online. Like I'm so shocked that I don't know what you're talking about.
Am I more chronically online than you? That's actually really scary.
Scary. Hold on, let me look it up while you're talking.
But what this album made me understand, this album really made me understand that phrase. And not in, like, a bad way, because it kind of sounds like it's insulting in a way, but I don't think it is. Because when you're eating your nachos, or any sort of food, I guess, you get that first bite, and you're like, ooh, this is eating, I love it, I'm getting my life, like, it's amazing. And then we go a day, put it in the fridge, and I warm it back up because I want it again, and it probably hits even more because it is a microwave because those chemicals get in there. You know, and there's a little sense of danger when you microwave something because it's like, this might have radiation in it, and this might give me cancer, but...
Honestly, everything gives you cancer nowadays.
Right, so I'm going to risk it for the biscuit.
You know, it's funny, this is a side note, y'all, I'm getting a tattoo today, and last night I was sitting in bed watching TikTok, and this news thing popped up, and it was like studies have shown that like people that get tattoos are like at a higher risk to get cancer. Like they're doing new research, and I'm like, no way, I'm seeing this the night before.
News alert!
The night before.
News alert for all of you tattoo havers. Get tested.
Yeah,
I don't know what for, but
I don't know. I forgot like the specifics, but they've been doing studies, and it's like you're more likely to get cancer, or you like I don't know, like skin cancer specifically. But,
yeah.
I mean, we're all screwed. Let's be honest. You know.
Exactly.
The microplastics in our food.
The microplastics in my gut. The red 40 in my brain.
Yeah.
The microwave going into my scalp when I'm watching my popcorn pop. Like I understand. It's fine. The blue light infecting my eyes to be like not good. Like I'm whatever. We're here, and I'm gonna get the nachos out of the microwave, and I'm gonna eat them all because it's just as good the second time, and with a little bit more danger. So that's what I'm like comparing this album to.
Yeah.
I just really understood that phrasing once I listened to it because I was like, yeah, this is like I'm hearing. It's like going back to that era again.
It's like alternate universe, like what it would have been. Yeah.
That's exactly it. It feels like I went to an alternate universe of 2009. And I'm listening to the new Lady Gaga album for the first time again. And I think that's really what she wanted to do. And that's exactly what it is. Like, point blank period. It's that. And I loved it. I need to re-listen to it again. I listened to it once on the way to my classes and then on the way back to here.
I got to...
Yeah, where'd you get to?
Okay, so I accidentally forgot to pause my music, though, because this might not be accurate.
Right.
But I got to... let me see. Shadow of a Man. But I really like... Let me read you my notes. Is that okay?
Go. Yes, please. It's always me yapping about notes here.
So Garden of Eden, really liked that one.
Did you? Okay, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
I really did like it. At first, I was like...
Yeah, I wouldn't like... I don't know. I think I liked it.
What did she say? Take you to the Garden of Eden or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, slay.
I said it feels kind of different. Like she hasn't done that kind of vibe yet.
Yeah.
Like her voice sounded different, but not in a bad way.
It sounded good.
It wasn't her normal like vocal, like what I'm used to hearing her sing, if that makes sense. Like... kind of like Avril Lavigne or Demi Lovato, kind of in a way, in a good way though.
Yes, in a good
way.
Like
not in like a cringy way, but in like a good way. Like,
that more kind of like high pitched, a little more like
different,
feminine vibes. Because she tends to like for Abracadabra and Disease, they were both in the lower.
Well, she has an incredible vocal range to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
But yeah, so like if I heard Garden of Eden at the store, I would have to listen to make sure it was Lady Gaga instead of like someone else. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. And then Perfect Celebrity, it was kind of meh for me, but I do like the stresses of, like, it kind of reminded me of Disease, like the vocal stresses that she put.
I think it's very like sister to Disease.
Yeah, very.
They feel very in the same universe. I mean, they're all in the same universe, but those feel the most like closest together to me. I got my life with Perfect Celebrity. I was in the car. I was jamming. I loved it. It was one of my favorites, actually. I don't know why. I don't know what about it. I think it was that kind of... Just the kind of, like ootsiness of it. Yeah. It felt kind of raw, even though it wasn't. It was like her talking about... I feel like it was her talking about being... I mean, from the title, Perfect Celebrity, and she's a celebrity. I feel like it's that kind of... You're gonna get what you get. Like, I'm gonna sing and you're gonna like it. Like,
I'm gonna create, and y'all can shut up.
Yeah, y'all can shut up. Yeah, I think she really ate that up. That one was one of my favorites. But did you get to Killa?
No, I started listening to it, and then I ended up talking to some people, and I got totally distracted. But I could tell it was good just from like the first 20 seconds I was listening to it. I could tell it was good. It
was really good. I also really liked Zombie Boy. That one was good. Weird name. I wasn't... I saw it pop up on the track list, and I was like...
Zombie Boy.
Is this a Disney Channel show? Like, what? I don't know. I wasn't into it. But it was good. Love Drug, I think, was good. I kind of don't remember that one.
Yeah.
But it was good. Now, we get to this little stretch. This little last stretch. How Bad Do You Want Me? Don't Call Tonight. Shadow of a Man. All very similar in they're a little more like low, low, but not as like dancey. But I liked them. It was a different vibe. The Beast and Blade of Grass were also kind of 2 in 1 because they felt very like more personal.
I think I'm gonna listen to this album. I'm getting my tattoo done. It'll give me something to do, you know? Because
yes, that would be perfect.
Because I really wish that I could have like actually like, because you know I'm very opinionated, so I think I'm gonna go back.
I'm going to have to go back.
Listen to everything and just take it all in again. Because, but I love Disease. And it was funny because I didn't like Disease at first. I was like, really? What is this? Yeah, because I saw it on TikTok. And then, you know, it grows on you, I feel like, you know?
I think this album's going to grow on me. I liked it. And then I think I'm going to go back and listen to it again and really, like, listen to it. And so I was driving, so, like... there was other stuff in my brain. I wasn't 100% locked into it, but I was bopping my head listening to them. Like, okay, the beats were good. The vocals were good. I loved the instrumental, very like maximalist instrumental kind of vibes. I loved it. My favorite part about this whole album is it's really interesting if you've listened to if you just like Lady Gaga. Like, you didn't have to be like a super fan or anything. I'm not even like, I wouldn't qualify. I wouldn't say I'm a little monster. Yeah. You know, I'm putting my paws up, but I'm no little monster, you know. I wasn't there from the beginning. I haven't listened to every track she's ever made, you know. But I do love her, and I think this album is really satisfying if you just like Lady Gaga's music, because it pulls... You hear all the variations that she's gone on, all the different eras she has. I hear it in every track, put together and like made into like the ultimate form, I feel like.
Yeah, it's like the full circle.
It feels full circle. It feels like she went back but also got the things that she did along the way, like the Chromatica kind of like poppy, synthy kind of vibe, and then like art pop is kind of in there a little bit, which I love art pop. And
that's kind of controversial because a lot of
Is that controversial?
Because a lot of people did not like art pop. I a few years ago when I was first listening to Lady Gaga, I went on this like deep dive, and apparently a lot of people hated art pop.
They did. Like, it kind of flopped, TBH. I love art pop. I think art pop's great because do you have Venus in there? Venus is one of my favorite Lady Gaga songs of all time. Like, come on. And then let's see. Yeah,
I can kind of see where they were coming from, but also I don't think it deserved that much hate as it did get, because growing up, I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, so I kind of jumped on the Lady Gaga train really late in life, but I remember watching like not a documentary, but this YouTube video explaining like the people were hating on this album. People were like wanting to cancel her. It was really, really bad. And I remember like I listened to the album myself, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's not that great, but also I don't think it deserved that much hate as it got. Like I was kind of shocked. Like, this is what y'all are mad about, you know?
Like this. Okay, comparatively, if we look at like Katy Perry, and we look at Witness, like that stinker, we're gonna really be like, this is Lady Gaga's flop album. No, it wasn't. Lady Gaga's flop album is anyone's best album. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or like mid album. Like it's. I hold the space for it. I love Applause. I am an Applause stan.
My gosh,
I love Applause. Yes. I love the whole video. I love the makeup. I love the white, the black. Like, I was getting my life listening to that as like a 5-year, however old I was. And when was this? 2013. No, I wasn't 5. I was like 10. So yeah, that was really fun. And you have the weirdness. I feel like art pop's very like weird, and there's that reflection in this kind of with like Love Drug and Zombie Boy, and then also like with her, you know, the classic Gaga albums, like there's all that in there. You hear like Born This Way is a little bit in there, Alejandro, like I mentioned. I was kind of really impressed with it. I was really impressed with it. I was very satisfied with what I heard, because I was really excited for this. Yeah. I was really excited. And I wasn't excited until I heard Abracadabra. Like, I liked Disease. But when Abracadabra came out, that kind of changed the game for me. And I was like, oh, I see what we're doing. Yeah. We're doing, like, gothic Gaga, back in her element. Like, really giving what we want from her. From, like, for all these years. And I'm glad that she did her other stuff. But I'm also glad that she's back in this. Because it was really cool. Now, what did you think about you listened to Die with a Smile, right?
With Bruno Mars.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
Honestly, sorry, I'm trying to think here.
You said...
Honestly, I hate that song, and I turn it off. When I'm in the car, I turn it off immediately, because there's this local radio station that I listen to a lot. Yeah. But as soon as I hear, like, whoo, I literally slam turn my radio off. No. It is so...
Skip!
Well, I don't like it because it just seems really cheesy, and, I've also heard it literally a million times.
They played that one so much on everything, I feel like.
I'm mad. Well, I don't like it because it's been overplayed so badly, and also the fact of, it just seems cheesy to me. Like, I just don't... Yeah. It reminds me of, like, a TikTok song, and it's just doesn't... Yeah. I just didn't like it, you know? People loved it. I did not like it.
It gives me more of, like, a Bruno Mars song than a Lady Gaga song.
Yeah,
which is okay.
I'm not a huge
Bruno Mars fan. I'm not going back to Die with a Smile, like, getting my life. You know, if it comes on, I'll listen to a snippet of it and then I'll change channel. Like, I'm not on board. And that's in this album.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the last track of the album. Kind of like...
I feel like it was thrown in there at the last second.
That's what it felt like. When I was listening to it, I was like...
It'll be fine.
I was like, oh, and Die with a Smile is on this. Like, all right. That was really the only disappointment for me, is that was the last track on the album.
You have the closure. You didn't have the... It was just, yeah.
No, I wish... I needed, like, another, like, Abracadabra moment to, like, just bang it home.
Finale, yeah.
I think that it lacked a finale, but overall... I liked it. Got to re-listen to it. Want y'all go listen to it. Go stream it. I'm sure Lady Gaga doesn't need the help, but yeah, if you want to listen to it, go listen to it. It's free. Well, if you have Spotify. So the other thing we wanted to kind of touch on a little bit was that the Paris Fashion Week is going on, kind of happened. And it's the Fall-Winter 2025, and it kind of was celebrated... The Louvre Art Museum had its first fashion-focused exhibition, and they had a gala there, and I think that's really cool because that plays into what we were talking about when we were like, is fashion art? Mm-hmm. Well, now there's a fashion exhibit at the Louvre, at the premier art museum. There is a fashion exhibit, so that's really cool and freaking awesome. Some notable people who were there, like Doja Cat was there, Cameron Diaz, Kate Moss, Blackpink members associated. Like models like Gigi Hadid, Naomi Campbell were there. I mean, all the people you've seen. Did you see Chappell Roan, what she was wearing with her white face? She's giving very good Gottmik.
No, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see anything about Paris Fashion Week. I'm trying to do my research right now. I'm trying to look up here.
It's cool to see like all these people come out and show their appreciation for the art form, I would say. I think it's probably really fun to go to. Also, I love Chappell Roan. I'm a Chappell Roan fan, of course. But I will say, whatever she was wearing, it was like this weird, like, not weird, it was just like a silver dress. A silver dress that was too long. And I did not like it. Controversial opinion. I love Chappell Roan, love her outfits. I did not like it. I thought it was kind of ugly. And I love the makeup. It was really cool. It was giving very Violet Chachki, very, Gottmik vibes. Like, it was great. Loved the white face. But, she was wearing Rick Owens, and Rick Owens is never anything I'm really, like, passionate about. It never really gives my life. So I wasn't super into that. But another person who I did think ate it up was my girl Doechii.
This looks like...
Yeah. Are you on the Chappell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like Y2K grunge like shirt, and they just extended it. This did not eat. It did not eat.
It's like too long.
Well, I can't see.
She's like stepping on it. I don't know. It was
like...
It was not my favorite, and
she's just done so much better in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's hard to...
I bet she wanted to do kind of a sleeker, more interesting vibe. But what I'm here for Chappell Roan, I'm here for the dramatics, and that was,
Yeah, it's her whole like persona. Really.
Yeah, but I love the makeup. I wish the makeup matched the outfit a little bit more because I thought it was really cool. But I do have this pulled up on here. You can scroll through. I think one of my favorites of Paris Fashion Week of like, celebrities being there was Doechii, and I'm gonna have you take a look at those. Yeah, she ate. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Forgot.
Don't worry about that. Just scroll down. She ate it up. She had this one like bohemian barefoot seashell by the seashore look. I loved it. It looked so comfortable. It looked so cool.
Was she actually barefoot the entire time?
Yeah, she was like barefoot. Yeah, it was really cool. And then she had this big, I think it was like Valentino, and it was this big golden dress that was like encrusted with jewels. It was amazing. And another one I think they highlight on there is this kind of like grungy flannel thing. I loved it too. I think she ate. Of all the people I saw from Fashion Week, I was really into that one. She's my goat right now. She is my goat. And the music, like she just came out with a new single, Anxiety. Go stream it. It's so good. Samples someone that I used to know, which is really funny. But yeah, she ate that up.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. It's just crazy. It gagged me. I was gagged. So, that was cool to watch. You're looking at fashion if you're interested in any of that. You can go see what's going on there. It's just really cool. And then one last thing I wanted to talk about was that I found this article about a guy who he broke his own world record for the smallest handmade sculpture ever made. And it was a tiny Lego piece that was 0.00099 by 0.00086 inches. A bit larger than the human white blood cell. And he made it by hand. That? His name was David A. Linden, and apparently he's like a really, he just specializes in making miniature things.
Can you think about how powerful a microscope would have to be for you to do that?
You can't even see it with your eye.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't see them with your eye.
If you drop it, it's gone forever.
I don't know how you work on that.
What if you misplace it and it's gone?
Yeah. And he said he worked at night to do it to avoid the vibrations from traffic. That's how microscopic this thing is that he was working on it at night so that cars driving by would not, cause it to be thrown off.
See. What's it called?
It's David A. Linden. Just look that up. It's a Lego piece. It's a 1x1 Lego piece. He did a 2x2 Lego piece, and then he made an even smaller one, and it was 1x1.
David what?
Linden, Lindon. Yeah, it was super crazy. I could not imagine the patience and dedication it is to make something that small. It would crack. I would crack. I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't. I would give up and start building real Legos. I would go to the store, buy my own set for $100,000.
See, I can't even comprehend that. Do you know what I mean? I just can't comprehend it.
It's so crazy. I don't even know where you'd start on that. I don't even know how you, like, comprehend the size.
Like, is it wax or what? Like, what even is it?
I didn't, it was just a sculpture. They said it was a sculpture on the article I had read on the Wall Street Journal.
How do you even do that? That's
I
insane.
don't know. Just the fact that it's not, you can't see it with your bare eyes. And he made it. He made it, and you can't see it. That's crazy to me. And you also, when you see it, you're like, oh, that's like a little bit bigger than a blood cell inside my body. And there's a Lego piece that size.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
It's crazy. And apparently there's a whole culture of people making miniature stuff. There's a King of the Hill episode about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've watched a little bit of King of the Hill, but
there's a King of the Hill episode where they go to Port Aransas, and apparently there's like a tiny sculpture museum, and his mom wants to go there, and all these old ladies, like Betty White's in it. He takes all these old ladies to Port Aransas on spring break, and then spring break happens, and they have to like escape the island. It's a really good episode. But they go to this like museum of tiny miniatures, and that just that boggles me almost as much as a giant sculpture.
Oh yeah.
Because giant sculptures, you can like helicopter build things, and I don't know. I can see you building something huge.
It's still hard though, because you have to weld too and everything.
Oh yeah. But tiny is tiny. I'll tell you what isn't tiny. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's not tiny. She's big. She's ready for action and ready for mayhem. Mm-hmm. And I want y'all to go stream it. Go stream it. Go have a good time. You know, this weekend if you need to relax and you want to just dance and vibe out, just turn on Mayhem.
Yeah. And
you'll have something to chat about and see if you like it. See if you don't. If you don't, yell at me. If you see me walking around, yell at me and tell me,
that sucked.
Mayhem sucked. And I'll be like, gotcha, man. Or you can come in if you loved it. We can queen out about it together, and it'll be a nice, fun time. But that's about all we have today. I know it was kind of a different, not as extreme episode, but
I like this though. I feel like I like random. My brain is random and chill.
It was a little more chill. I wanted a chill day, so that's kind of it for us today. This is me, Bray, and Natalie, and we're signing off from Articulture. Have a good weekend.
See y'all later.